not the Kylie here.
Made it to North Road. It's really north. It's like Darlington North. There's a small Harrington Hump thing here. There's a long platform, but basically there's the Head of Steam Railway Museum, which we haven't been to because we went to the other one. Where did we just go? Shildon instead. No time to do both. You can clearly see that
one is linked to the other.
One, and that this was a much more major railway station.
There's a handy heritage plaque that tells you all about North Road.
Could you read verbatim a fact from the handy heritage plaque about North Road Station?
In 1833, the Stockton and Darlington Railway, I'm reading it right behind the camera. In 1833, the Stockton and Darlington Railway opened a station on the opposite side of North Road, in a building previously used as a goods station. The building is long gone.
It's more than one fact.
Sorry YouTube, you're only allowed to consume one fact at a time.
End of the line, except line goes further and it still is used for freight. But technically, Bishop Auckland, end of the line.
So our next stop is here at the wonderful Chester Le Street station, and we're here to meet Alex, who is the station master. Hello there, Alex.
Hello, nice to see you. Hi.
So first of all, Alex, you're the station master, and you head up a company called Chester Le Track, is that correct?
That's correct.
So can you explain what that all means?
Chester Le Track is a business that started in 1999, in the early days of rail privatisation, and it's in 4 parts. We operate the station here at Chester Le Street, have 5 members of staff here retailing tickets to personal callers, people who phone us up from anywhere in the country, and also online. So that's one part. The second part is Eaglescliffe Station, which is around about 30 miles away from here, which is on the line between Darlington and Stockton and Middlesbrough. And the third part is the nationalrail.com, which is our online ticket sales, and the fourth part is our map of the National Rail network, which I thought we might do a special edition when you finished your travels of all the stations, because it shows all the stations, 2,563 of them. There's been one even opened while you've been on your travels, isn't it?
Yes.
Cambridge North. So we've got to put that on the map.
Okay.
And maybe we should do that with information about your trip.
Even myself, having travelled to many stations this year, I hadn't made that connection, or I wasn't aware that there were independent companies such as yourself running stations. Because you see the liveried train operating companies, you see that more frequently. I'd just made the assumption that a train operating company acting on behalf of Network Rail runs all the stations.
And you'd be right to think so,
Yeah.
in all but about 20 cases of the 2,500. So what you think is not wrong. But there are a few independent stations around, and I am the only person who runs 2, which must mean something. Probably that I'm completely cracked.
So tell us about the service here at Chester Le Street. How many trains do you get each day? What is it like?
About 26. It's not really very good, to be frank. It's quite a reasonable peak service. We have services by Northern and by Transpennine Express, and one service in the evening peak from cross country running south to Southampton, which is great. We have a direct service from here to Basingstoke and Winchester and places like that, but it's only once a day, and that's to bring the commuters home from Newcastle.
So Chester Street, the building itself, it doesn't just house the ticket office. What else is here?
Well, we have a taxi office across the way. A to B taxis have been here, I don't know, 2002, something like that, a long time. One of the major taxi circuits within the town, and they like being here because they don't disturb anybody with their operations running taxis up and down to their office, which is in the station car park. And that's good. We have a dance school across the way. Up the top, the FDF Academy, which makes an awful lot of noise for our staff in the booking office when people are jumping up and down.
But that makes it feel to me a little bit more like has a community feel to it with the businesses, not just the ticket
I would
office.
much rather have somebody in the building. So we have the building fully let at the moment, and we let we rent part of it, the waiting room, the ticket office, the meeting room in the middle, and then the rest of it is rented out to either the taxi office or the dance school.
Fantastic. We've come on a Sunday,
yes.
So the ticket office isn't open, but how regularly and what are the hours of the ticket
We
office?
open tomorrow morning, 6:10 in the morning. That's deliberately early to catch people who are going away from working elsewhere in the week, people who are buying their commuting season tickets for the week, and people who've been away for the weekend who want to travel back to wherever they've come from in the first place. Other days we open at 7:10, and we're open all through the day until 1800 in the evening, so we see the vast majority of the daytime trains, see the commuters home in the evening as well as see them off in the morning. And Saturdays we're here from 7:20 until 2:15 in the afternoon, which covers the main ticket buying sessions. Although it must be said, even if you turn up at this station at 10 o'clock at night, you can often find large numbers of people boarding the trains.
So Alex, we've been chatting on email for a little while, but when we met you in person only moments ago, we realised that we recognised your voice because you have met another guest from all the stations, Mr. Ian Marchant, on his Radio 4 programme, The Ghost Stations of Great Britain, and specifically you were talking about Teesside Airport, which we went to earlier today. So can you tell us a little bit of your own thoughts about Teesside?
Well, Teesside Airport is on the way between here and Eaglescliffe, which is our other station, so I have a certain paternal interest in Teesside Airport, which for many years has been towards the bottom of the list of usage of railway stations. And when it was at its lowest, it was the least used station, we had a special visit. In fact, I've done two over the years, mass visits where we put 32 people, I think it was, on the station at one time, which is the equivalent in terms of annual use of putting 2.25 million people on Darlington Station. Obviously it wouldn't be physically possible to do that, but that's the equivalent of what we achieved with just having 32, because so few people use that station. I was delighted on your travels you went to Shippey Hill and had loads of people going to Shippey Hill with you, which is good because that'll raise Shippey Hill up the list and Teesside Airport will drop down to the least used station again, and then we'll be able to have another stunt.
So you really want to draw people's attention to
it's a daft situation. I mean, you're a place like Glasgow Airport, for example, would love to have a rail link into Glasgow Airport. They've been campaigning for funding for years to do that. And no chance of that really happening. And then Teesside Airport, which is a fairly small airport, has its own station which nobody uses at all because it's located in the wrong place and the train service is so appalling.
Alex, thank you so much for meeting with us. It's been a pleasure.
My pleasure.
Thank you.